Gonna win it for my team. Yeah, no bombs. Tree. Got it. Recovered. Let's do it. Oh, dang. Oh. That sucks. Oh, what's up, guys? Anbraxas here for NETV Games. Was surfing through the NETV dashboard today, saw a ZZZ link for War Thunder. Figured, hey, why not do a video for NETV Games channel? If you want to submit your videos to this channel, there's a place for you to do that. You can find the link in the description of the video. So what's War Thunder? Well, if you looked at the first clip of this video, you'd probably have guessed already. It's World War II fighter shooter? World War II airplane shooter game, okay? That's pretty much what you need to get out of what I was trying to say there, but completely flopped on English. So, War Thunder covers everything from World War I biplanes all the way up to Cold War MiGs. And pretty much you just progress the game, unlocking more and more planes as you level up, and so are your opponents. So everything stays on an even playing field. The planes are appropriate for the different time zones you're going to be fighting in. And you know what? It's a lot of fun. It's an MMO of sorts. I mean, I wouldn't call it like... I guess most games nowadays could be considered an MMO. I mean, what game isn't kind of massively multiplayer online? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as anything over 10 players, right? So it's kind of like an MMO. But the thing that really caught me about this game was not only does it look good, it's got really high production value for a free-to-play game, which... I thoroughly appreciate because I've been out there playing a lot of free-to-play games, and hey, you know what? A lot of them don't do graphics that well. I'm a graphics guy. I got the PC for it. I want to see some visuals. The gameplay in this, solid as a rock. You're actually watching some gameplay footage, and what you're seeing here, if you're looking at that circle, is that's where my mouse is pointing. Now, basically, they set this game up so anyone with a mouse and keyboard could play, which... think back 5-6 years, you couldn't really play a flight simulator or a World War II airplane game with a mouse and keyboard, pretty much because it was, it was an experience that should be had with a joystick, not a mouse. And I have to say, the guys who made this game did a really bang-up job of making sure that your mouse was really useful, it felt really responsive, and it was a good way to control your plane. Now I'm in a dogfight with this guy. I'm trying to shoot him down. What you got to keep in mind as you're shooting your gun, as you can see around the crosshairs, there's a little red circle filling up. Your gun's overheat. And you also need to be aware of your ammo, because when you run out of ammo, it takes a long time to reload. And you only reload in arcade mode. If you run out of ammo in like theater or any other kind of mode that was more historically accurate, you actually have to go land at an airfield to get re-outfitted and have, new weapons, more ammo put onto your airplane. As you can see there, I just did a quick dive bomb. You can equip your planes with bombs. And some of this stuff you can unlock with experience. Now, being a free-to-play game, the company needs to make money. It costs them money to run these servers. And to be completely honest, I got shot down there. You can have your person get shot inside the plane with the plane still being okay and die. But being a free-to-play game, they need to pay for their servers and everything. So of course, they're going to need a little money from you here and there. Now, the general premise behind free-to-play games, they want to make $1 to $2 per player, and that more than covers their server costs and allows them to pay for their employees. So they don't really hit you too hard as far as the stuff that costs what they call gold eagles or their version of in-game currency. Now, they don't really limit the weapons that you can put on your plane, because that would be a little too much of an advantage for people if they could have, the most awesome set of machine guns on their basic plane because they paid money for it. But they do stuff like unlocking additional cosmetics for the plane. I don't know if you can actually see it in this video. The plane I'm flying right now has the Man of War painted across the side of it. This is actually, I think it's one of my bombers. I think it has a 100-pound bomb and 2 smaller bombs, which should be able to take out these ships. I'm just going for the objective this match. That's whatever. But, you know, trying to stay on the topic of the free-to-play market, it's got a good free-to-play market. It's not too price gougy. You can get a decent amount of currency if you decide you want to spend money in the game. And overall, it's a really enjoyable experience, particularly, you know, if you're looking for a hardcore experience, this game's got it in spades. They have historically accurate modes where it's just a down and dirty World War II fighter plane simulator. You don't gain hardly anything from using your mouse. It's all, woo. Yeah, I had to dodge that bomber. Unfortunately, it gotten his tail shot off. Oh boy. I have to say, this was a pretty good gameplay. This was my first match of the day, and I just decided to record it, you know, just on happenstance. And it ended up being a pretty, you know, good match to show you guys, you know, to really show off some of the fun aspects of the game. I mean, I just gunned that guy into the dirt, you know, and while it didn't look like I did any significant damage to him, you know, if you rewind this clip and look at it in slow motion, you'd actually see that I shot out the ailerons on both wings. So, like, the hit detection's spot on. If you get shot in the tail, you might lose whatever it is, your left and right motion. And I do apologize for Skype beeping up here once in a while. It's actually embedded into the video, so that's this video Skype, that isn't your Skype, alright? But, you know, arcade mode provides a ton of fun in this game. I can't recommend it anymore. You know, for a free-to-play game, it's pretty top-notch. I've really enjoyed it. And I kind of want to talk a little bit about specific planes. Now, I'm already like level 3 or 4, and they don't punish you too bad by making the stretch between levels an extremely long period of time. Because you get 4 or 5 planes a match, however many hangars you unlocked, and they do kind of charge you the in-game currency once you want to unlock more than 5 hangars, which is totally fine. It's worth it. You know, so you're going to rack up experience with each plane, and it really doesn't take that long to level. What does take a little while to level is what you need to do when you start playing this game is pick who you're fighting for. Are you fighting for the Americans, the British, Russians, Germans, etc.? Because there's actually a level... Oh, and the Japanese, forgot to put that in there, because the Pacific Theater is in this game. Well, you got to pick who you're fighting for first, because those levels are a little slower, and that's where you're going to unlock your airplane. So you have a player level, and then you have a faction level. Now, the player level is kind of like your matchmaking rating, or MMR. That's going to tell the game who do they need to match you up with, what's your skill level. And I have to say, being someone who's been into FPSs, I played quite a bit of flight simulators, you know, in my time as a gamer. It tends to, you know, because I'm a low level still, it tends to put me against people who really don't know the old tricks. They don't know what an S-turn is, you know, stuff like that. Basic World War II maneuvers that if you had played any old flight simulators, you would have known. That's one thing I could say that the game needs, is some sort of tutorial to teach you some of the old maneuvers, because they are incredibly useful, particularly because you do get G-force blackouts and you get red outs and that kind of thing. The maneuvers are designed to make sure that you can stay conscious through it, but it is going to black out your screen so you can hardly see, but you'll still have control of your airplane. Now, it is totally possible for you to blackout, and you lose control of your airplane until your guy wakes up. And if you go into a full blackout, it's going to be like 5-6 seconds before you come out of it. It gets a little worse when you start playing historically accurate mode. Ooh, I barely missed that dude. You have to watch out for your bombers, because they got tunnel vision like you wouldn't believe. So historically accurate mode, I don't have any gameplay of that, because it's really difficult, and it's not really all that entertaining to show you when it takes you 15-20 minutes to actually get over to the fight, only to get shot down in the first couple seconds. But basically, it gets rid of your targeting system. It doesn't let you know where you need to lead your fire or anything like that. It forces you to go back to airfields and land to get more ammo or to be repaired or rearmed. And it's just a much slower experience. But there are certain advantages to playing to it. You can get a lot of levels out of simply bombing the enemy's airfield if you're playing a bomber, because they have to go back there to refuel, rearm, and everything. They're sitting ducks for about a minute, and if you're playing a bomber, you can fly overhead, drop a couple of bombs on them, and that's GG. So as you can see on your screen, I got shot in the tail, or the fuselage. I'm burning fuel, and I figure my best bet is try to take out this boat. Unfortunately, the speed takes the wings off my airplane. I just go down in the water, without actually getting anything done. So that's going to wrap it up for this gameplay. If you want to play War Thunder, there's going to be a link in the description below. Some of you from NETV will be familiar with these links. It'll take you right to the site, so you can go ahead and sign up and start playing for free if you're interested. I highly recommend War Thunder. You can look forward to more user-submitted videos here on NETV Games. We'll be putting those up shortly, and if you have a video that you would like to submit, make sure you include your NETV link in the description and send it on over, and we'll get it hosted here on NETV Games. Thanks everyone, and Anbraxas out.